Hey guys, Dion here, Turquoise Iris. Thanks for being here. Here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna get right into it. This guy is behind me. We are like midway through. I've actually been painting it live for my Creative Connection group. But I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek because I think I came on here Friday Night Live. Yeah, I did. I came on here last Friday when I was here with Quita, and I painted the sides of this babe during Friday Night Live. Well, I told you there was going to be something I wanted to add into the front of it, and I couldn't decide. So yesterday, I got in my group, and I was like, I have stencils, and I have IOD transfers, and I have this, and I have this, and this. Here's the thing. I just couldn't decide. So I came up with the idea to actually paint flowers. So it's not really flowers, but I wanted to give you a sneak peek. We're totally in progress. You guys, like I told you, I've been painting it in my group for them. But I wanted to give you guys an update on what I had decided to do. So this is the wardrobe. It's not a big one. It's one of those small ones, but it's got like those really, really fun shelves inside. So I'm planning on staging it as a bathroom cabinet because I think it's going to be perfect with towels and stuff rolled up. So I have crinoline on the bottom, I have sandy blonde, I have farm fresh, and then I have bohemian blue up here. So I have grabbed all my new Paint Pixie Turquoise Iris brushes and I've painted some vines. Hey guys, I'm so glad you're here. Hi. So I accented them with some golden ticket. Guys, these colors that I'm saying are DIY, so if you are not familiar with what I'm saying, those are just DIY colors. So I just started with some cowgirl coral, and I'm kind of starting to do like a blossom, and I just thought while I did that, you guys could join me. So I'm gonna work on that for a minute. Oh, you know what? Let me tell you something. I'm collaborating with some other YouTubers, and I had a story about this gem. So I'm just going to tease you for a second about it, but Matt's inside working on our video, actually editing it. So Zeb and Jamie Ray with Jamie Ray Vintage, and Debi Beard with Debi's Design Diary, and Kelly Weiler, She Paints, so Kristen Calhoun. There's like 9 of us, and we're all getting together, and we're doing like a Valentine's Day marathon of YouTube videos. So we put together this little video. Well, this thing sits out here next to me all the time, and I may have even shown you guys. Matt made this for me back in 1995 in art class, and so it sits here with me. It sits right there on this cabinet where all my paint is. So we tell a little love story. Actually, it's not really a particular story, but we talk about that, and then I show my projects. If you're on my Instagram story, you've probably already seen what I did with that vase for a project. But I got Matt on there with me for a story, and we're just kind of talking about. I'm looking forward to sharing with that to you guys because it's going to be like, I don't know how many days. I don't know. We don't have much longer till Valentine's Day, but that's what we've been working on today too. So I just thought I'd pop on here, do a few blossoms for you guys. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I had a really hard time deciding. I've done this finish in these colors twice now, and I can't stand to repeat myself. I can't stand to do things over. The thing that you hear is the heater. So what I'm planning on doing is getting some blossoms on here, and I want it to look like, hi Susan, I want it to look like it's been painted 100 years ago. So I'm really gonna distress this finish a lot. You see how it's really bright and bold right now? It's not gonna look that way at all. It's gonna be really, really sanded, really distressed, and then I'm gonna put my wax over the top of it, and I'm really gonna antique it quite a bit. And I was teasing the other day because for some reason when I think of painted furniture that's hand painted maybe 100 years ago, I think that it has to be, you know, from Europe or something. I don't know why that is. I just don't ever think about furniture being found somewhere wonderful in Oklahoma. But I think, it could be from another country somewhere. One of those where you look at and you go, okay, I'm not painting this. Like this is one of those. I'm not painting. So I've been painting this in my Creative Connection. Okay, so Jen, I got excited yesterday and I had to practice, and I started doing the leaves, and I didn't film it at all. I told you guys I was going to, but then I didn't. So right now we're going to do some blossoms, and I'll be in the group here in just a few minutes to work some more on the vines because I need to fine tune them. They're really heavy right now, and they're really abstract, like heavy, and I need to add some texture and some layers to them. But right now I'm just adding a little bit of cowgirl coral for some blossoms. And I thought you guys might want to join me for that. So I'm just making the background of my blossom because I'm going to add some more color into it as we go here. I'm using the Cheerleader from the Turquoise Iris brushes. That will be, I believe Josie said we're gonna pre-sell them here in like a day or two. So they'll be available for pre-sale on the Pink Pixie website. But this is just the background. I just want a pop of coral. Remember, we're gonna sand this thing down really heavy. So this bright, intense color that you're seeing, it's not gonna be like that because that's not what I want. I want this piece to be really, really rustic. So let's go over here. Matt suggested I do wisteria. I've never painted wisteria. Don't know about that. Right now, I'm trying my hardest to keep it from looking like your granny's wardrobe from 1982. That's not what I'm after, okay? So this coral is just the background color for my blossoms. And then I'm gonna add probably a little bit of white here in a minute. So let's go down here to the bottom, guys. And we don't need much. We don't need much. The golden ticket is really what's making this, in my opinion, the golden ticket's really, really beautiful. I know I want to add some copper, and there's a whole bunch of details that I want to do to this piece. But it's got to be worked in stages. It's just not something I can do rapidly either. Okay, I need one up here. Everybody's having an awesome day. All right, whoops, I forgot to go back up with it. I apologize. Okay, so now I want to grab a little bit of white. Actually, I'm going to grab crinoline because I always grab crinoline. And then I'm going to pop over in my group here in just a moment and show them, bring them in a little bit closer, and because I promised them I would. Hi, Tammy Weber. Good to see you, babe. All right, a little crinoline. I'm gonna get my, in the Turquoise Iris line, we're gonna have the Cheerleader, and then we're gonna have the mascot. So you've got the number 6 and the number 2, Cheerleader, mascot. We're all about teams. We're all about teams, and we're about, we've got the boss, we've got the assistant, and we got the magic pack. So, all right, I'm gonna do a little bit of crinoline. And I'm just gonna highlight a little on one side. Again, these are gonna be sanded really heavily with wax over them, okay? I needed to do something that was totally different. I decided that I didn't wanna use a transfer. I didn't wanna use any other products. I really just wanted to hand paint it myself. I'm thinking clematis as far as the bloom, the vine is a clematis. If anybody's familiar, they have them in every color, white, purple, blue, coral. So that's kind of what I have in mind right now. The best part is when we sand and add the wax, right, you guys? Because this gold is like whoosh. Did you paint the greenery, or did you use, I didn't use any stamps on this, Jen. I did it all by hand. I wanted to do it all by hand. That was what I decided, was that, hey, I need this to be my own hand painted work. But I'm going to do some more of it, Jen, here in just a few minutes. I will go back to the group and I will show you guys a little bit more about what I did. But I haven't been on here on the Turquoise Iris in a little bit. It's been a few days, so I wanted to pop on here and get this going. I'm excited for our little YouTube marathon to go on. I can't wait to see Debi's story. And I know that Jamie and Zeb just got back from Hawaii, so I'm looking forward to seeing some of their photos. Jane with Morning Dew Creations is going to be doing it as well. Josie and her sister Sally with the IOD sisters, they're going to be contributing and doing a video as well. And the theme is Valentine's Day theme. So we'll all be sharing just a little bit of some sort of either Valentine's Day or some sort of love story. Okay. So like I said, I'm picturing this like in a bathroom or in an outside, like maybe outside of a hall or something. I know that I really want it antiqued to where I'm going to let a lot of this original wood grain come through, and then I'm going to put a little bit of clear, a little bit of white, a little bit of brown wax. There's also here in this little detail, which I don't think you can see, so let me bring you in a little closer. I did use a little bit of acrylic paint on it. You know, I love using my bottles of acrylic. But I used my coral here and let it just kind of catch on this, and so it's highlighting, which I know you can't really see. It's highlighted with the metallic and then with the coral paint here. So once we sand it down now, I'm going to add more layers to the flowers and to the stems, but I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek and just know that that's coming up. I promised my group that I would paint it for them. But I think I'm on track. I'm excited to do something I haven't done before, and I've done my hand painted flowers, but I've never really done like a scene with my new brushes. And I know, of course, I'm going to add some copper. I'm going to definitely add some copper on the hardware and on the hinges here. We're going to do some copper. So this is the progress that I've made. Please, you guys, stay tuned for this fun little story that Matt gave me when he was a senior in high school, and signed it, Love Me. But anyway, it's a cute project, and I ended up doing a painting for you guys and painted it in the tutorial. And you can see that I've tried to mimic this vase, and I'll show you the rest of it in the video. Anyway, that's what's going on with me, you guys. I will be on here tomorrow night at 7:30 with Anissa Moriarty of Nis and That, and I believe she's going to be in her studio. And our class is on the 16th, so we are counting down 11 days left. If you're interested in getting a ticket to Anissa and I class, we will be here in Moore, Oklahoma. But anyway, she's coming down from the Kansas City area, and I cannot wait to finally meet her, and we'll teach a class. So you guys have an awesome afternoon, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow at 7:30 Central Time. Good night.